Good morning. Today we are churning a very elevated Avyak Murli. This Murli is dated 25th March 1990, and the title of this Murli is The Basis of Attainment of All Experiences is Purity. The basis of all attainment of all experiences is purity. So before we dive into this Murli and go ahead with churning and meditative experience, let us start with few moments of silence and quick meditation experience. So, can I request you all to sit straight, sit comfortably, relax your body, relax the forehead, relax the shoulders, and now gently withdraw the mind from the outside world. It's a beautiful time just after Amrit Vela. Withdrawing ourselves completely from all the roles, responsibilities, all scenes, any other thoughts that are coming to my mind. And now I become aware I am not this body. I am a subtle being of light, a peaceful soul, a sparkling point of divine energy, seated in the center of the forehead. Look at the tiny sparkling star. And now I enter deep silence, a silence filled with sweetness, a silence filled with truth, a silence filled with Baba's presence. Today, Baba is seeing his children, seeing the sparkle of spirituality, the sparkle of purity. I ask myself softly, what is visible through my face, through my eyes, through my vibrations? Now I turn inward. I move away from waste, away from fluctuation, any dependency. And now again see myself. I return to my original purity. I experience myself. I am a child of ocean of purity. The Supreme Father, Shiv Baba, the ocean of love, is in front of me. And Baba is looking at me with unlimited love. There is no judgment, only acceptance, only spiritual love, only elevated vision. And I feel that heart to heart connection, which is so beautiful. His rays of purity are reaching me, soft rays of peace, rays of love, rays of supreme power. And these rays are cleansing me, cleansing old sanskars, also cleansing subtle burdens. And now I become light, double light. Now my heart naturally sits with Baba. My intellect sits with Baba. My thoughts become still. My breath becomes gentle. And I experience a deep spiritual dignity. I am a pure soul, and I only belong to Baba. And Baba belongs to me. Now there is only peace, only purity, only sweetness, only Baba. Om Shanti. Good morning and welcome back. So today's Murli, 25th March 1990, titled The Basis of Attainment of All Experiences is Purity. So it's a very beautiful Murli. And in this Murli, Bapdada is not only speaking about external purity, but about purity in thoughts, purity in intentions, relationships, service, and purity in connection of the heart with Father. So today's Murli is, where we look at this, when I read this whole Murli became a mirror of, each and every word of Baba that became a mirror of self-transformation, where understanding purity, its depth, and looking at our own lives, we see where we are and where Baba sees us, how that purity should reflect through our faces, through everything. As I mentioned, in every thought, intentions, relationship, service, everything. In today's Murli, Babdada says that the sparkle of Brahmin life is purity. So let us reflect on this and just ask ourselves, when people see me, do they experience peace, purity, and that spiritual sparkle? When people see me, do they experience peace, purity, and spiritual sparkle? And remember, especially when we meet people, complete strangers, and out of blue, they just say, I feel very good after meeting you. Now, they're not able to express themselves, but we know when we are remembering Baba, the whole energy shifts, and automatically those vibrations are full of peace, full of purity, full of lightness around us. So there's automatically that energy shift which the souls experience when they come in contact. Now we understand all this, but they don't understand. So this is something where Baba helps us understand that this is like we are different, constantly under the canopy of love, purity, peace of Baba. So Baba says purity is the basis of super sensuous joy. Purity is the basis of sweet silence. And purity is basis of spiritual attraction, where there is no position, no knowledge, not speaking skills also, but just purity. And today the world has information, but souls are hungry for vibrations. And vibrations come only from purity. like we experience even a small child, baby, you know, so pure, absolutely non-judgmental, and unconditional love. Best example. Whoever comes, beautiful smile, and the whole energy shifts. Even if you come back after a day long of work, and when if you have a baby at home, when you come in contact with that baby, the whole energy shifts, the whole stress disappears. So this is a very simple example in every household we experience, how that one pure soul can change the whole energy, can release the whole stress, can help us experience peace in a different way. And even now, when each and every Baba's child following Srimat, when we are on this path of knowledge, remembering Baba while doing each and every task, every time we remember Baba, the level of purity increases. And that whole energy, wherever we go, we carry that energy and we see those shifts happening around us. The vibrations help other souls and they're automatically attracted. We don't need to speak a word without saying anything. We're just helping them through our vibrations, through our love for Baba. The next important thing in this Murli, which was about, especially when Baba talks about purity, it is not just the physical discipline, but Baba gives us a deep distinction of brahmachari versus brahmachari. And Baba says purity is not simply brahmachari, that is celibacy, but always a brahmachari, one who follows Brahma Baba in every step. So many people think purity is just a physical discipline. In the world also, they're following it, absolutely okay. But what Baba says, true purity means my thoughts follow Brahma Baba. My words follow Brahma Baba. My actions follow Brahma Baba. So following Brahma Baba is helping me becoming more and more pure. Like whoever came in contact with Brahma Baba with whatever intentions, his love, his support to them, a lot of good wishes were always intact. It was in fact more for people who had bad intentions. So for me, I felt that let me ask myself, do my reactions resemble Brahma Baba? In difficult situations, whose footsteps am I following? And the third very important question from this Murli, am I influenced more by situations or by Srimat? Let's say when someone criticizes us, let me check if the ordinary mind reacts, the pure intellect reflects, the brahmachari soul responds with dignity. So this is something which I need to check, especially when I am on the battlefield, when I am actually action conscious. There are people around me, there are different situations, and I may or may not get influenced by situations. So where am I? So that is where we understand that purity is not about suppression, but it is more about elevated consciousness, that constant awareness. Yes, I am pure soul. Each and every thought should reflect that purity with loads of good feelings, shubhavna, shubkamna. So this is a very beautiful checking amidst of different situations. Is it Srimat or is it body consciousness again? The next important thing which I really liked was about supports versus spiritual effort. So This is one of the deepest points in the Murli, where Baba says many souls lose zeal and enthusiasm after some years because they depend on supports instead of spiritual effort. Like we see many of the souls around us, or sometimes even if we may fall in that particular place and in that situation where we look for support from people, from the souls at center. No, their stage is very good, so let me be in their company. Or maybe I'm looking for support for praise after I'm doing some good service. Someone who has never done that, and I got the opportunity, I did it, and I'm looking for praise. I mean, this is like a very subtle thoughts in your mind. Maybe you're not speaking about it, but there is a trace of it somewhere inside. Support for facilities, support for recognition, your position, or some sort of support of circumstances. And when those supports fluctuates, the happiness fluctuates. So if anything outside me that controls my happiness has become my dependency. So Baba says a constant relationship of the heart with the Father is called spiritual endeavor. It is my constant connection with Baba as a friend, as father, as a beloved. What is it? Am I constantly in contact with Baba? Am I sharing each and every thought or emotion coming to me? Am I openly displaying it, openly talking about it to Baba? Am I seeing Baba right in front of me? I remember I went to uh, Bihar and I met Rani Didi, and she shared very beautiful experience when she was in Delhi and then later on came to Mumbai for the first time. Baba sent her, and she said, I was staying at, I don't remember the name of the center now. So, and Didi asked her to go to some other center for service. And it was the very first time she was traveling by train. And she was alone. Everyone guided her how to go. She went, she did the class, she came back. And when Dadi asked her, were you not afraid? And she was like, no, I was not. And then she said, I never told this secret to anyone, nor anyone asked me like why you were not afraid. But this is what I practiced. Always I saw Sakar Baba, Mama, and I always saw that Baba is with me. When I sat in the train, I saw Baba was sitting next to me. When I was walking, I was seeing Baba. And that is what we really need to practice. Baba is not physically present, but am I seeing Baba with me? Because if I see Baba, then I have complete attention on myself. Of every thought, I'm very conscious. I know my boundaries. I know where Maya is, where Ravan is. I know where my stage of that consciousness, that purity, even in thoughts. No bad intention, no trace of any ill feelings. I'm not hurting myself by thinking bad about myself or thinking about what could go wrong or anything. So that constant relationship with Baba is helping us. And we are constantly aware. Baba's energy I feel when I practice these kind of simple exercises. Start seeing Baba. And above that is like, having Baba next to you is one thing, but Baba is expecting us to be combined. I and Baba are combined. So just imagine the form of energy and the aura around me. It is not my energy then, it is Baba's energy which is radiating through me. And that is so beautiful. Just create that one thought and see me and Bap Dada are combined. And look at the fields, energy fields around you, radiating that bright light of purity, as if the fragrance is just surrounding the whole room. And that lightness, that peace, and that happiness. I feel so light. And that is being double light. Not just sitting in yoga physically, but Especially when we have these relationships with Baba, we experience Baba in this way. Our mind, our intellect, our heart, our body, all are sitting together with Baba. So wherever I am radiating that energy, that fragrance. I'm not complaining about the environment, people, circumstances, situations. No, it is just me, my energy, along with Baba, and it is making a big shift and the difference in the energies around me. So now let us ask these questions for us, ask these questions to ourselves. Where has my mind become dependent? Am I depending on people, situations, or anything? Where has my mind become dependent? And what causes my zeal to fluctuate? This Murli, I mean, the Murli before this, where Baba spoke a lot about zeal and enthusiasm. So, do we ask this question to ourselves often? What causes my zeal to fluctuate? Am I connected to Baba or emotionally dependent on situations? So, these are few questions if we ask time and again, once in a day, it will help us come back on our original track. So, uh, let us move to a small meditative exercise again. As we heard a lot of things, reflective on few questions. So let us sit back. Now I gently withdraw my mind. I become aware. I am a peaceful soul, a sparkling point of pure light, seated in the center of the forehead. Look at yourself very carefully. My awareness, I see myself as I am, very pure. And today, Baba is asking me only one thing: become pure, not only in actions, but in thoughts, in feelings, in intentions. I check my heart. Is there any dependency, any burden, any subtle impurity, any hurt, any waste thought? I place everything before Baba, the ocean of purity, the ocean of love, and I see Baba's light is descending upon me, a powerful current of purity, cleansing the mind, cleansing the intellect, cleansing every sanskar. I experience my original dignity. I am a pure soul. My thoughts are pure. My vision is pure. My intentions are pure. And now I experience my heart sitting with Baba, my intellect sitting with Baba, and my mind sitting with Baba, completely merged in his company. Two beautiful stars in one light, pure, perfect. I experience lightness, freedom, stability, super sensuous joy. Now Baba's purity becomes visible through my eyes, through my words, through my vibrations. I am an instrument soul, a pure messenger, a child of Brahma Baba. Take a deep breath and welcome back. Om Shanti. So, moving to the next point, which Baba speaks about maintaining balance. And this balance is the balance in service, where Baba speaks about service through mind, service through words, and service through actions. Many are powerful in speaking, but Baba says the account of mind remains empty. And something which I really found insightful was Baba said service through words can impress people, but service through vibrations can transform souls. So let us ask ourselves and reflect on these questions. What is the quality of my vibrations while serving? And let it be any kind of service. Let it be through mind, through words, or inaction, any kind of seva. What is the quality of my vibrations? Does it differ from one seva to the other? I feel so good, especially when sharing gyan or doing some karmana seva. What is it? How are my vibrations while serving? Again, another important question to ask is, am I serving with burden or with love? Just because I have the pressure, no, I have to do service, or just because I got a plan to do yog bhakti for 8 days, 10 days, whatever, I'm doing it out of pressure, the burden, or am I doing it with love? I have to do Amrit Vela just because I have to do it and do a tick mark in my chart, or is it out of love? And is my service increasing my happiness or reducing it? Because Baba repeatedly says, whatever kind of service you do, serve while being double light. Double light, not burdened by stress, not burdened, not stressed, not comparing, not proving. Service should make me happy. Service should increase that happiness. And am I experiencing it? So it is very important that I have to make sure that my happiness is intact. Whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm in touch with, let it be strangers absolutely unaware of this knowledge, or even the Brahmin souls. What are my thoughts? Especially, I am seeing them. Am I having only good feelings and Shubhavna for the strangers who don't know Baba? But what about my family where I'm staying? What about the Brahmin clan? Especially, all the sanskars emerge when you are in, uh, especially amidst of Brahmins. If you are going to Madhuban, even at center or some service, we see a lot of clashes sometimes because Just someone would like to do it their way, and I'm saying that I want to do it my way. So a lot of sanskars emerge. So at that point, these questions are really helpful, and looking at our own selves very closely. I'm serving, but am I light? Not just light, but being double light. And then the next thing which I really liked from this Murli was about our progress. And one of the most beautiful points where Baba says, let there be progress from the heart, not according to the program. Because if I'm getting the plan, okay, if I'm going to Madhuban, then I'm extremely happy on top of the world. But especially when I'm at home, or when I'm working, or when I'm going to center, or in any seva at center, am I experiencing that progress? Because transformation cannot be mechanical, not because it is the schedule, because everyone is doing it, because I should do it. No, but because I truly love Baba. And Baba reminds us that if there is mohabbat and mehnat, these two words, if I really love Baba, then that love for Baba, if it is more deep, intense, then sacrifice stops feeling difficult. I mean, there is no sacrifice, there is no challenge, there is no obstacle. I'm just doing it out of love. I don't see if it is good or bad for me. It is just that love which is helping me do it more beautifully, more powerful way. And that's how my stage is starts elevating. I start receiving Baba's help, blessing in ways that I have never imagined. So it is very important for me to see whatever I'm doing, am I doing it because I truly love Baba, or is it because something else? So, like Baba says, I have to become Arjun. I have to become Master Brahma. Like Baba says, Ote so Arjun. So I have to be practically an embodiment of that, an example of that. So the Murli is quite beautiful, where I'm sure you have uh, shared a lot of points, understood it deeply, shared your insights and thoughts. We are not going back to that, no sharing today. But again, just a few reminders from those Murlis. And if I have to take back, I mean, for practicing myself few points, then I would definitely uh, ask these questions to myself. Like, it can be a homework for this week, let's say, as we're practicing this Murli or churning this Murli. So let me ask before I sleep every day, just three main things to ask. One is, were my thoughts pure today? Very simple question. Because if you look at even 1 hour, or let's say just maybe 5 minutes also, there is so much. I mean, the flush or the flood of thoughts is so much. Each and every thought, if I start observing, then automatically I experience the speed of the thoughts will reduce. And I need to just check what is the quality of my thoughts. Each and every thought appearing, is it pure? Second question is, did I maintain dignity in difficult situations? Was I in that consciousness that I am a pure soul? How Baba sees me, my thoughts, my mind, my intellect, my sanskars. How was it? That awareness. And the third thing is, did my words carry sweetness, especially when it is in action mode? Is it the same inside and out? So, just three questions that I can ask myself every night. Were my thoughts pure today? Did I maintain dignity in difficult situations? And did my words carry sweetness? And then I need to sit with Baba, let's say every traffic control or in between. I can keep a track at least 3 times daily. I sit for 5 minutes or sit at the time of traffic control and check, is my mind sitting with Baba? Is my mind sitting with Baba? I remember I don't know where did I hear this from Sister Shivani. She shared one very beautiful exercise. At Amrit Vela, you just look at yourself. Don't do that Rudhihan or anything. Just look at yourself as the tiny sparkling star, I, the soul. I'm in Paramdham, and I see Baba, supreme light, divine. And in his light, I see myself constantly. How long am I able to hold that attention there in Paramdham and experience Baba's light? For how long? How many seconds? So, this is a very beautiful practice. I really loved it. And I've started practicing it myself. And that's where you see how long you're able to hold your attention. Like in the physical exercise, also, how long you're able to hold it, especially in particular poses that you practice in yoga or anything. It's difficult, but with practice, that muscles are becoming strong. So again, this is my mind muscle, which I need to train every time. From here, in just fraction of second, I'm in Paramdham. I see myself as a tiny sparkling star, and I see Baba, Baba's light, and I see myself in Baba's light. So asking this question, is my mind sitting with Baba, is going to help us connect with Baba every time. And also a subtle checking about emotional dependency, about appreciation, attention, comfort, control, recognition, or anything like that, and consciously hand it to Baba. Baba, this is what my mind was demanding or asking at this point of time. I give it to you. You take it over. Take care of it. And then giving pure vibrations, because I am practicing that I am a pure soul. I need to share that energy, transfer it, spread those vibrations in my family, center, world, or a suffering soul. So, this is another good practice which will help me stay on track with that complete attention that I'm a pure soul and I can be in that energy of that aura of light, of vibes of purity. So, summarizing this whole thing, today Baba reminded us that spirituality is not visible through knowledge alone, but through purity. The more purity, the more power. The more purity, the more stability. The more purity, the more Baba becomes visible through us. So let us leave today with that one determined thought that I will not merely practice purity externally, I will become purity in my thoughts, vibrations, and relationships. I will experience that purity in my thoughts, vibrations and relationships. So let us sit back comfortably, taking a deep breath. And now I become stable. I withdraw the mind from all directions, come into the awareness. I am a peaceful soul, a pure soul, a sparkling star of spiritual light. Today, Baba is seeing me, not just my face, but the sparkle within my thoughts, the purity within my intentions, the truth within my heart. I ask myself softly, am I sitting with Baba? With my full heart, with my full mind, with my full intellect? Or is my mind still wandering towards supports, towards people, towards expectations, towards situations? Now gently return to the one support, Shiv Baba, the ocean of purity, the ocean of love, my eternal companion. I see Baba, the supreme light, radiating rays of purity towards me, a current of divine light entering the soul, washing away every burden, every waste, every subtle dependency, every tiredness, every fluctuation. I become light, double light, completely free. My heart is now sitting with Baba. My intellect is sitting with Baba. I am no longer fluctuating. I am stable. I am introverted. I am full. I experience super sensuous joy, not dependent on any person, not dependent on praise, not dependent on success. My happiness comes directly from Baba. Look at yourself, taking drishti from Baba. Om Shanti.
Hey, Om Shanti, are there any questions or will eh, uh, thank you, Baba. Thank you, Detta Bhai. That was a beautiful experiential session. Enjoyed it. Um, thank you, Divine Family. We'll connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, you all have a beautiful day.